Hey guys, welcome back. I have a great video for you today. The video is about none other than Delano Wilmont, or as he's known in Jamaica, Prekeh Bwoy. Prekeh Bwoy was named after Pretty Boy Floyd, the bank robber, one of the untouchables, and he was killed in a very similar manner. He was gunned down while running away from the police. Prekeh Bwoy was on the run for a very long time. So long that, man, I don't know how he didn't get tired of that life. He was a very cunning and notorious gangster. This guy was something serious. He was part of the Prekeh gang. Gangs in Jamaica are a lot more like mobs, but instead of being like the Italian mob, they're more like the Sicilian or actual Italian mob, not the one in New York. They operate pretty much the same. They have a Don, they got captains. Each captain has their own crew. And then you have the foot soldiers. But you also got like people that make the money. They really didn't have much of a conciliary. I think that was one of their downfalls, and a lot of the crews didn't have. A lot of the Dons didn't really take talking and advice very well, which I think really crippled the heights that they could reach. Most crews and mobs in Jamaica, they really operated off a politician. Politician sponsors them, and then they just go handle like dirty work for the politicians. This group was a little smaller, so they didn't really work like that. They just had the Don, Ryan Petrikin, or as he's known in the streets, Rati. The gang was named after him. And then you had Pretty Boy. He was the lieutenant of this gang. They started off scamming people in a lottery scam in order to get money for guns and other things. The lottery scams basically where they would call or email people and tell them they want a large sum of money and they just need to put a deposit down in order to receive the money. And unknowing people would just jump at this chance. Like you're average Joe working a 9 to 5, you're tired of your life. Someone tells you want $1 million. Oh, I just need what, 500 down, 1,000 down, or something. Oh, that's nothing. You're gonna get your money. We just need this deposit. Some of them fall for it, and the dollar goes a long way in Jamaica, a very long way. At one point, I know when I was a kid, one American dollar was 90 Jamaican dollars. So you could see about how much 500, 1,000 plus is over there. They use this money for guns and other things. Eventually, the police would be made aware of them. The lottery scam really wasn't the reason. They were more low key with that. It was just the fact that they walked around the town causing trouble. A lot of the trouble they got into was like shooting people in the town, any little beef they had, or the biggest trouble they had was shooting it out with the police. They had multiple murders and police shootings. The police were terrified of these people, so usually they would get into scuffles with the JDF, which was like the Jamaican National Guard. They walked around with M16s and M4 rifles. This is just their way of doing things. Because any little cop with a 9 millimeter, he's not going to get very far in Jamaica. It's just not like that over there. All the gangsters, they trade guns with Haiti. They trade for the weed or money. And Haiti has the leftover stockpile of weapons from the French. When they used to have all the wars, they would store a lot of guns over there. So they just have millions of guns over there that they really have no use for. They were so notorious that the police were scared to even come to town. Sometimes the cops would come in their cars, try to catch these guys, and they would get shot out. These guys had thousands of bullets to shoot at them. They would shoot it out with them. The police were outmatched, the JDF were outmatched, and they would just run off on foot. They were made to look like school children. They patrolled the town the same way as the JDF with M4 rifles and M16s.
Never seen a 5-4 baby and make matters. Always tense to head above that. I can stage out to perform. I'm a shooter side of me to one grenade. Now I'm got pocket and I hear 50 with a green years of beam. I'm never near shooting at the ocean speed. Where the real niggas go, they don't die. After riding for you.
M16 was Pretty Boy's gun of choice. After murders, he would even wash his gun with Hennessy.
Hold on. You know, say just start record. Then press up. Hold on, do it again, man. Do it again. Bumbo clock them. One more.
Eventually, the gang split up due to a beef between Ratty and Prekeh Bwoy, forcing Pretty to form the Pretty Gang. During this time, Ratty became very paranoid, and he got 4 of his family members killed because he felt like they were informers and they were going to conspire to work with Pretty Boy. Pretty has been linked to over 9 murders and 11 shootings on police and JDF. Even though the number is probably way higher than that, this is just what they recorded. He used witchcraft similar to the cartel to give him good luck. Now, while this lasted a while, when you're living a life like this, eventually your luck runs out. He became the most wanted man in Jamaica after Ratty, the previous most wanted man and leader of the Ratty gang, was killed by security forces. He hid in the woods and was helped and fed by residents, even visiting his mother on occasion for Mother's Day and holidays like that. And she would be surprised when she seen him because of how wanted he was. She would even be arrested. Her sons would be arrested. They would be beaten. And one of them was even shot and had to walk with a limp because of the bullet lodged in his leg, due to the fact that they just knew Pretty Boy. The police figured like, hey, we know you know him. We know that's your son. We know you know where he's at. So you're obviously hiding him. And until you give him to us, until he turns himself in, which we know wasn't going to happen, they're just going to shoot him, we're going to keep harassing you. That's how the cops are in Jamaica. It's nothing like America. He was much smarter than them, though. Every time they came looking for him, the townspeople would tip him off. He would run up on a hill with his binoculars and an M16 fitted with a scope on the top and shoot them off, sometimes killing 2 or 3 of them. Every time he would definitely wound them, and they would be forced to run away. This continued for many years until they just got tired of this guy. They said, hey man, we gotta get him, so they asked for the help of the government. The government finally agreed to send a unit of special forces. If the JDF were just National Guard regular soldiers, the special forces, they're more of a SEAL 6 capable like team. On the day he died, they sent in the JDF soldiers to go in first as a distraction. The townspeople alerted Pretty Boy to them. Just like every other time, he grabbed his binoculars, he grabbed his scope, and he shot them off. But as he was distracted by them, the Special Forces unit came from the flank, firing one shot into his rifle, hitting his rifle in the receiver and disabling it from shooting any more bullets. The next shot would shoot him dead. He is remembered for being one of the most notorious Jamaican gangsters. He's a very cunning guy. He was even noted in many videos and many documentaries on other Jamaican gangsters as being one of the best there was. If someone needed to describe exactly how dangerous and cunning a gangster was, sometimes they would use Pretty Boy, because the likes of him has rarely been seen in Jamaica or the rest of the world.
Yeah, man. And me, man, Prekeh, man. They are sending boy a government right now. See all the government for Jamaica. John, what you didn't even know them kill my friend, but everything good. Yo, Crows. You're my friend. Yeah, man, we are teach Jamaica. Government and police, them say. It's one of the worst wanted, man. Them are see called new thing when I get in from 18 dog. So that thing there, it boom up. One shot boom up station and one shot boom up. Then jump out van or them police car them are driving. So them just trying to know when me roll in. Different thing. Them feel like them can kill me. I'm strongly and I'm over. 3 times this now they make off and I'm dead. Them not see that. Every time they come for me when I'm charge them drop out. Dope them strong here that me feed them with rum. Wait till me roll in, man, a different thing. As me charge it. So kick it in the dog. Cause I come up on the 80 now. I see him so would I kick you when you're in Jamaica. Wait till we roll in back, man. And government boy there. Man, I slap him and try guard up in yard with be a military soldier. That man I tell him.